People, Unpopular Truth, back with another video. I just seen this probably like 2 minutes ago, and I wanted to review it, and I want to get my thoughts on it. So here we go. They are talking about, should Derrick Rose be in the Hall of Fame?
Deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes. I think I said it on the couch.
Yeah.
Yep. Youngest MVP ever.
And you say every other MVP in the history.
Every other retired MVP in NBA history has made the Hall of Fame.
Oh, no, it's tougher.
That's eligible.
Because injuries hold you back sometimes. There's a lot of other great players that's been injured that held them out the Hall, that would have been in the Hall.
But the Hall also considers injuries.
Who's in the Hall?
So Norris Cole, he's not denying that Derrick Rose should be in there, but he threw the injuries in there to be a knock on Derrick Rose, right? But that's the thing, that just like Tracy McGrady, it's a lot of stuff Tracy McGrady probably could have had if he didn't have the injuries, right? Probably. But we going by what we actually seen them do. And I think Brandon Jennings said it. You see, this is what people are trying to do too much to me. And I'm not gonna bring up who I think, all started this backhanded stuff, But what people tend to think, because I haven't done something the amount of time that you think I should have done it, or in the amount of time, or when you think it should be done, then that disqualifies somebody. When it comes to people doing something before anybody else did it, that's what makes it special. When people break records, it doesn't it doesn't make it special if you break the record and you had 100 more opportunities than me to break my record, right? It's special when you do it faster than me or faster than anybody else. It's not special if I did it, I scored 3,000 points in 2 years and you scored it in 4. It's not special for you. I ain't gonna say it's not special for you, but it's not more special than what I did, right? So for these people are trying to, I'm getting too ahead of myself. Let's go back.
Darren Williams. Carlos Boozer. Yeah, for the Olympics.
Nah,
though,
for
right?
the Olympic team.
Yeah, in the Hall of
But for the Olympics.
Yeah, for the Olympics.
Not as
Great.
individuals,
That
though.
team.
Not
Just
as-
that one team.
Okay, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili,
Yeah. But
Paul Gasol. It's all Hall of Famers.
Wait,
Tony Parker should be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And Ginobili. I'm saying that he's not. Oh, okay. I'm saying comparing him to D. Rose. D. Rose is a Hall of Famer. And I'm not saying numbers. I'm saying just the player. D. Rose better than Tony
Hall of
Parker?
Fame, Hall of Fame talent and Hall of Fame accomplishment is two different things.
Were you talking about the full body of work or what he just listed
Full body
down?
of work.
He has body
It's
of
supposed
work
to be
in
based on
high
your-
school.
I'm gonna stop it right there. Now Norris Cole brung up again. This was the part where I'm thinking that he is going the other way, right? They say little stuff like this to try to. I'm not gonna say he's not. I'm just gonna keep on throwing up barriers to knock down why he shouldn't be in, or I wouldn't qualify him to be in there, right? This is the thing. You talking about a MVP, right? You talking about an MVP of the league where you had the players in the league at the same time as him. One of them y'all consider the GOAT. To some people. I don't know why they do. Then you had a boom of talent at that time when he was in the league. You still had Kobe in the league. You had Dwight Howard that was a defensive and offensive presence. You had LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony. All these boys were playing great around this time period, right? Derrick Rose in the league. All these people are playing. I mean, not Derrick Rose, but Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. All these people are in the league at the same time this man is in the league. And if you telling me that you don't give credence to that this man is the end up being the MVP over them faster than anybody else did it at his time, then that to me shows that you don't think that highly of the talent that he had to go up against. Right? But see, that's the thing. Nobody puts that in perspective. They just gonna act like it didn't matter. But Derrick Rose being fast, than anybody in NBA history to get the MVP, that is something that will put you in the Hall of Fame it should put you in the Hall of Fame right off the bat anyway. Now we know he had his injuries, but even when he came back, he always been a great player even when he came back. Now he just wasn't explosive as he might have been before because he had the injuries. But the year that he actually played, he still made a great impact. And like I say, that MVP stamps. The MVP stamps the Hall of Fame for me. If you've been an MVP, you should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't understand how you wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame if you had the MVP. That's one of the highest. That is the highest prestige in the league, really, other than getting a championship. Especially we talking about an individual. We talking about an individual award. That's what the MVP is. So I don't even get why this is a question. Go ahead. We're gonna start back.
Full body of basketball work, not just your pro career.
So McDonald's All-American, Mr. Basketball, college All-American,
1 year.
three-time All-NBA,
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. Like he has checks. He checks boxes that are enough for it. What boxes did Tracy McGrady?
I mean, I think him just getting his jersey
I
retired
think
from
there's
the
more
Chicago
mistakes
Bulls
of
is
people in the Hall of Fame that
I'm
should
just
be in the
saying.
Hall of Fame. So I'm slow to put guys in the Hall of Fame.
Tracy has scoring titles.
North Cole, he
And all
keep
NBA
bringing up the stuff that we need to actually focus on. So he feel as though people are in the Hall of Fame that shouldn't be, from what his statement just was. So if we going off the people that's already in there, then you put them up against Derrick Rose. And if you think that Derrick Rose is better than them and his stuff is better than theirs, then he's in the Hall of Fame. It's that simple. But I guess it's a show. They gotta do some controversy,
Yeah. So he didn't go to college?
I'm not saying
Doesn't
whether
have
he
the-
shouldn't be in it or not. I'm just saying, for me, when I think about it, he's Hall of Fame talent for sure. I mean, injuries played a part, and we didn't get to see, the full.
McGrady was
I
never
think
on
he'll-
NBA
I
selection
just think
to
he'll
scoring
make
champs
it
every time
MVP
All-Star.
is enough.
So
See, but that's the problem. You're rewarding him for that accomplishment, but not understanding. Most MVPs, right? By the time they get the MVP, think about what they've accomplished. Usually this is an award you get a little bit later. So you done got 5, 6 all NBAs. You got to score. So you got the body of work. What happened with Derrick Rose?
He set the trend for the new criteria of having it earlier than what's expected. What you just said.
true.
Later.
Right. Like, you just pretty much help this argument out to be in the Hall of Fame when you say that. I don't know what he just be saying stuff sometimes. Right? He just be saying stuff, but you helping Derrick Rose argument out. Everybody else, it takes them longer to do this. It takes them longer to be an MVP. Right? They not even getting the consideration of being an MVP this early because they ain't doing this. They not doing what I did. They not doing what Derrick Rose did. So you telling me it take them longer to get it, and that's how they seal their career? Well, my career already sealed. Like, does not make it make sense. Because if you're not putting the thing is, you can't even make that argument because they don't have a set criteria on the time periods, right? So now if they had that, then you might have an argument. But what I'm saying is the criteria doesn't disqualify Derrick Rose because it don't go by the time period. It don't go by was you injured. They go by what you actually did and what we seen that we actually seen. You can't go by what you didn't see. And with his injuries, what we know at his best, he was considered the MVP of all the people that was in the NBA. That's all. I mean, it's that simple.
Down the line is what you're expecting a guy to do is win MVP later. He got it first and then got injured, so he didn't get to do the full body of work of what y'all talk about. But the one thing he did check off the list.
Okay, so I'll finish.
I'm not discrediting.
So usually when someone wins the MVP, right, that MVP actually seals their career because they have 6 All-NBAs, 6 All-Stars or 7. They got to score entire whatever, right? That MVP usually that can seal that career for that Hall of Fame. Derrick got the MVP so early.
And I hate to bring him up, but this the thing where they don't understand. They don't give everybody the same criteria as LeBron James. Because if that's the case, if you saying that you have to go by how y'all always did it, I give you that. If that's how you gonna do it for everybody. If you saying the criteria is you gotta have all this stuff up under your belt before you get the MVP to be considered a Hall of Famer. And it's a criteria that you saying in your mind that you have to have. Well, then it always been a certain criteria to be considered the greatest or up there with the greatest. And now you knocking LeBron out of the spot that y'all say y'all got him at. If you go by that logic. So you can't have one person that you grading a certain way, but not grade everybody else the same way. Like, if anybody understand what I'm saying. So if you judging UT basketball greatness and you judging Brandon Jennings, the only way you gonna be able to compare, only way you gonna be able to judge and see who's better is you gonna have to compare what you gonna have to compare the same stuff to see who better. You can't just take out what you want to take out, or use this. You're gonna use this with Brandon, but you're gonna use this with UT. That ain't giving no fair comparison to be able to judge it. It's either can UT shoot better than Brandon Jennings? No. Can UT jump higher than Brandon Jennings? No. If UT got more awards than Brandon Jennings? No. If UT But you see, I'm judging both of us, not just one. And for everybody to make a different criteria for LeBron James, then Gilbert Arenas' whole argument falls apart, because now only thing happening is we doing the same thing. We making the judgment of Derrick Rose the same way. That's why he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. By y'all logic. But if you telling me that the Hall of Fame has a criteria of how much time and stuff you have to do before you get the MVP, then show it. That's all I'm saying.
Can't seal it because he don't have anything with it, right? He's a one-time All-NBA player, 3-time All-Star. Well, the All-Star, the second All-Star came after the MVP, right? So he got voted in. Rookie.
For some reason, he think that matters, that it came after the MVP. Like, what sense? Why does that? But see, that's what I'm saying. Why does that matter? He said that like that's a point. That doesn't matter. But it's only mattering when you want to knock somebody down, because that's their agenda. They got to knock everybody else down.
Year.
Yeah, but now I don't have any more stuff. I don't have anything left.
All right, Kevin Durant.
Right, so I only got 12,000. I only got 12,000 points. I don't really have.
Do you factor in the injury though in making that assessment?
But what I'm saying is, then I have to factor. I mean, for everybody, I don't have the body of work with him.
Kevin Durant when he went.
And that's okay. Factor it in for everybody. Nobody telling you that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to factor it in for everybody. Like, what do we? I don't even understand why he said it. You're supposed to factor that in for everybody, not just Derrick Rose. We're not asking you to just factor it in for Derrick Rose. If somebody had an injury, okay, we factoring that in. So it's no problem to do that. But you don't want to do it because it's going to hurt your argument.
The MVP was where in his career?
4 scoring titles.
4 scoring titles. Yes,
Four scoring titles.
Those are scored.
And All-Star. He had multiple All-Stars.
All-Stars. He got all NBAs.
He got
Rookie of the year.
He's the youngest to score this
All-American.
many points
He was
in all that.
All-American in Texas one year.
Yeah.
McDonald's All-American.
I think Player of the Year.
McDonald's All-American. He, like, to me, it's the longevity. I get it. But once you get that accomplishment that trumps all other accomplishments within this criteria, we not having this conversation of whether I'm worthy or not. I was the best.
I'm with McCants 100%. I ain't have to do what they had to do. I was that already. I was able to do. I was already that. I didn't have to do that. That's how good I am. That's how good I am. And that's all that matters. I don't even get they argument with that. That's crazy. But anyway, man, that's my thoughts on it. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.